So today I'm going to be running an unusual weapon you don't see very often on the bug front, and that is the Deadeye Marksman Rifle. Now, I think this weapon is pretty popular when it comes to the bots, since it's a medium pen, high damage marksman rifle, but I have an argument that it's a lot better on the bugs, due to a couple factors. First of all, it has excellent stagger. It's comparable to the Slugger, the Dominator, the Cookout, all the stagger kings. This thing just pushes mobs back so far. The medium pen is excellent against bugs because it deals with bile spewers. If you can target their heads, I think it's one shot, and two shots alpha commanders, which is very helpful, at least in solos where alpha commanders are a huge nuisance. Now granted, despite these strengths, it does have a couple weaknesses, mostly that it kind of sucks at dealing with a lot of chaff. However, thanks to this handy dandy backpack, the Guard Dog Dog Breath Rover, that issue is more or less mitigated, especially when you pair it with the grenade launcher. But more on the Guard Dog Dog Breath, this is probably the best Guard Dog backpack in my opinion. I think it's really solid at dealing with chaff, and if it can't kill the chaff, for the mediums it confuses them and buys you a lot of space. This thing is just really good. It's got a great AI. Arrowhead was really cooking when they fixed this thing up. It's a fantastic pick, and it really enables every primary that struggles a little bit against the smaller enemies, like this one. I'm going to be pairing it with the grenade launcher, as mentioned, because, again, one of the things this build struggles with is a lot of small chaff enemies, as well as a lot of nursing spewers slash bile spewers. The Deadeye is medium pen, so you can't deal with bile spewers, but the grenade launcher is a lot better because explosive damage is really important against them. And finally, I'm going to be running the 380mm barrage and the 120, because I think the 120 is excellent and I can't run two of them, so I'm running a 380 to compensate. The 380 is still pretty good. It's better against Mega Nest because it's got a huge coverage, but I really like these bombardment stratagems against the bugs when playing solo, because assaulting nests is extremely difficult when you're playing solo. So having something to soften them up that's also useful against bug breaches is really nice. And finally, I'm also going to be running muscle enhancement. I just really like muscle enhancement against the bugs. There's an argument for experimental infusion or stamina enhancement, but completely mitigating the slowdown from all the sources of bile, hunter attacks, the little spiky landmines. Muscle enhancement is just so good, and it saves your life very often. And on top of that, it has some utility on difficult terrain, which I think this planet Isanu does not have much of, but it's still something to consider. Now, because my loadout is very light on anti-tank, I'm going to be running the Ultimatum. It's just very solid secondary, one-shots Battle Titans and Chargers, and it also takes out Battle Titan holes, which is very nice, along with the Thermite Grenade. Now, typically I don't love the Thermite Grenade on bugs. I feel like it bounces off a lot more often, but since I'm not running an anti-tank support weapon, I really think these two pair together very nicely. This is better mostly against Impalers and Chargers rather than Bile Titans, because you need, I think, either 3 to the body or 1 to the head, which is kind of tough. It might be 2 to the head on Bile Titans, but they're tough to land anyway, and it's much better to use the Ultimatum against the Bile Titans. Anyway, I think that's the build, and I will see you guys in the mission. So I just realized that I completely forgot to mention an extremely important part of this build, and that is the light siege ready armor. The Deadeye has an extremely slow reload time. It's much slower than the Slugger, which is the closest competitor, as well as any of the round reload shotguns. So it's really nice to run the siege ready, as that lets you just get a lot more shots out. I find that when I don't run siege ready, I barely have any ammo to shoot. I'm always out of shots, which is not where you want to be on the bugs. So the Thermite is great, and the Gas Dog confused him, so that makes it extremely easy to deal with. Let's see, I don't think my ankle's good, no. But Spore Spewers are extremely easy to deal with grenade launchers if you don't miss. Or just any explosive weapon that has more than 0 range, essentially, is a great option to deal with those guys. Now, the Deadeye struggles a little bit against Alpha Commanders if you can't hit their head. But when you can hit their head, it's a very consistent 2-tap. Which is very, very nice, to say the least. Alright, the 120 will start doing some work over there, hopefully. Really, all I wanted to do is take out the Bile Titan pole, but the angle seems bad. So I'm not sure it's gonna get it. No, it got it, okay. I love the 120, but there is a little bit of RNG with it. Sometimes it just does not hit what you want it to. Just like that ultimatum didn't kill that Bile Titan like I wanted it to. But the armor is cracked, so now any explosive weapon does a ton of damage to those exposed bits on Bile Titans. So if you have a grenade launcher, scorcher, crossbow, just anything, it does a really good job against those guys. Alright, that's a big chunk of bugs, so we're going to use the grenade launcher. And see, all these 3 tools combined lets you just absolutely wipe out chaff. The Deadeye is fantastic against the tougher bugs. The grenade launcher clears out big chunks of enemies, and the gas dog buys you space and crowd controls everything else. This is just a really safe and cozy build that kind of works at every range. But really, this would not be possible without the gas dog. He's the MVP here, and the reason why I recommend the gas warbond very strongly to people who are new to the game. Because it just really opens up so many playstyles on the bugs, especially. Now, the gas dog isn't bad on the other factions, but the bugs is definitely where it shines the best, if you ask me. So this situation is a little tough because we don't have room to use the grenade launcher. And the gas dog sometimes gets a little confused when there's a lot of enemies like this. But now that the gas dog is back, and he's bought us room to clear out the chaff, things get a lot more comfy. Right. Yeah, the grenade launcher is so powerful against the bugs. It just clears out big chunks of chaff. And it's good against some of the more problematic enemies, like Bile Spewers. And Rupture Spewers, Rupture Warriors. The entire Rupture strain really just gets obliterated by the grenade launcher. So I don't think it's ever a bad idea to have a grenade launcher guy on your team. Alright. Let's find an angle to get in. So there's still a couple left. I think the bug breach is starting to catch up, yeah. So, oof. That is a problem with the grenade launcher, is it's pretty easy to kill yourself, especially with an unlucky ragdoll like that. One of the bugs got ragdolled in front of the path of my grenade, and that blew myself up. Doesn't happen very often, but you do have to be cognizant of that. Right. Now the Deadeye does struggle a little bit when taken away from its friends. It's still pretty decent, but the problem is when you run out of ammo, even with the siege ready armor, it still takes quite a while to actually reload the Deadeye. And I don't think it's possible to do the tech that you can with the other round reload weapons where you shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload. Because there's like a delay before reloading and shooting. Okay, well, as I was displaying that, I got ambushed. Maybe not the best time. That's why I think there's an argument for the Slugger instead of the Deadeye, but honestly, ever since they nerfed it, I just have not liked the Slugger. It used to be my favorite weapon all the way back at launch. I liked it better than the Breaker. I thought the Slugger was so much fun to use, and they just absolutely neutered it, and it's never been the same, which is really sad. It just does way less durable damage than the Deadeye, I'm pretty sure, and way less DPS. Plus the drag is a lot worse, so it's worse at range as well. The only advantage is that it has more rounds per magazine. I guess the tube is still called the magazine in a shotgun, but it can hold more rounds at a time in the gun, and it reloads a lot faster. So if you wanted, you could probably run the Slugger instead. I'm just not a big fan. Right, let's get a resupply down. Sending down equipment package. I don't really have anything that's fantastic at dealing with Shriekers. Well, Deadeye's not terrible, you just need aim. But they were lining up in about the easiest possible configuration there. Okay, I'll need one. Okay, that's not bad. So this... It's also really nice to have the grenade launcher, because having something to quickly and efficiently close bug holes is actually really important on the bug front, more than people realize. So this one, I see a lot of alpha commanders in there, and I don't want to deal with that. That probably won't kill him. Actually, it might. That is 2 Mirages. It really does make me sad that I can't take 2 120s, because I like them so much better than the 380. I feel like the 380 just lasts so long that it's kind of annoying to just sit there and wait it out. Yeah, but see, the Deadeye does such a good job at sniping out what are they called? Alpha commanders from range. So even if they run away, you can still hit like the crown of the back of their head, which is kind of a tough shot to do 2 times in a row, especially because it staggers them. But it's still better than pretty much every other primary. I mean, I guess the Scorcher deals pretty well with alpha commanders that are running away, but it takes a whole mag, which does hurt a lot. Or it takes like half a mag, I think, if you're not hitting the head. And that does hurt quite a bit, because the ammo economy of the Scorcher is just not great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle around this nest and come back when the 120 is online, because I want to take out this Spore Spewer first, because I like seeing things in my video games. I know that's might be surprising to Arrowhead, but seeing things is actually pretty fun. Oh wait, what? I didn't press reload there. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now there's gonna be a bug breach over here, which is actually good because that means it won't be on the nest as we're gonna storm it or bombard it, I guess. But see, the ultimate is so nice because you can just swap to it like really quickly like that, and just deal with whatever heavy just came out of the breach. And it also just like pops a ton of things around it like that. I'm gonna see if I can hit that. I don't think that killed the Impaler, unfortunately. Drift King could not get me today. But his friends might. Okay. If I had died because I got stuck on invisible terrain, that would have been upsetting. But see, look at how many enemies the gas dog is getting just by itself. It's so nice. I'm gonna throw in a 120 in there. I did not reload the ultimatum, which I actually do need to save it for Bile Titan. Can't use it on either of these chargers. Alright, now the gas dog is going to confuse both of them if all things go well. Yep. And then the thermite just deals with the rest of them. Super easy. Oh no, I must have hit that guy in the leg. Well, that's okay. The grenade launcher finished him off. And ultimatum, wow, I think I arced it perfectly over his head. Which is tough because I don't have any more ultimatum shots. I feel like at some point they changed it so that every time a Bile Titan like spews at you, you have to die, which it did not used to be that way. If you juke them, it used to be enough, but I think they changed it. I don't know why they would, but it's probably unintentional if we're being honest. That did give me another ultimatum shot, which I will not miss. I have learned my mistakes, or learned from my mistakes. So now we just run in, and the grenade launcher makes closing all these bunkers extremely convenient. Alright, that's unfortunate. It does make it extremely convenient unless you skill issue, in which case nothing is convenient. But that's why I brought 2 barrages. Let us see if that actually does what we want to do. Oh, there's a big starter right there. So I was looking for the supplies. Us move. Let's deal with the egg and come back, because that barrage is going to take a while. That's what I don't really love about the napalm barrage and the 380. They just take so long. But both are very powerful. They just deliver a lot of pain. So get this POI because I need more super credits. That is not super credits, that is a rare sample. Oh, icy stims. That's another tip that's really useful, especially to solo players, but also to team players, is that dealing with a lack of resupply is really tough, but POIs often have tons of ammo and stims, and I don't see people using them very often. Like, I've seen people without stims just like run past unguarded POIs instead of going in and, you know, resupplying. And then, of course, later they take 2 boxes of resupply. Being able to scavenge from POIs like that and just being aware that there are those resources for you in POIs makes a pretty big difference when it comes to safeguarding your supplies. There we go. The gas dog just buys us so much breathing room. It's not perfect, but it buys us a lot of breathing room. There's always bugs that do get through the gas dog cloud, so you can't rely on it like 100% to keep you safe. I mean, that would be kind of crazy if it could just like crowd control literally every single bug that came at you, right? I don't really need to sit here and fight these guys. I'm just feeling vindictive because I hate alpha warriors. And alpha... all the alpha bugs. Is there a shooter nest somewhere? Alright, that's actually perfect for me, because now they won't be at the bug nest. You guys totally thought I forgot about. I think that... oh no, he started charging, so I missed him. The gas dog does wing you a little bit sometimes, but gas does so little damage to Helldivers, especially when it's like a very brief exposure like that, it's not a big deal at all. Oh, please don't die inside the bug hole. There we go. I mean, I guess they are called hive cards. You know, they should probably be guarding the hive, but it's very annoying when they play goalkeeper like that. There's 2 Bile Titans. Luckily, I have 2 ultimatum shots. Oh, that one. Oh, I still hit that. You don't have to hit their head, you can hit under them, and I think it still semi-consistently one-shots them. But their head is like 100% of the time it's a one-shot, so that's why I aim for it. And if you miss, you hit the body, and that cracks the armor and makes them easy to deal with. So it's a win-win. So there's no stims at this one. There is super credits, excellent. Out of like the many hundreds of hours they have in this game, I think it's like close to 600 now. I've only found 100 or a super credit stack of 100 once. They are so rare. Or I'm just very unlucky, also possible. That was almost really bad. Still 30 seconds left on the resupply. Maybe there's stims here. I don't think this layout has any stims typically, but I will check. Yeah, them spawning bugs after you take off the head is such bullshit. I'm gonna save the 380 for the Mega Nest. Because that is what I brought it for, really. And I did not press reload, but you decided to reload the grenade launcher anyway. That's fine, there's a resupply right here. I know people say the airburst rocket launcher is like a pocket cluster bomb, but the grenade launcher is like a pocket cluster bomb that you can aim and doesn't kill your team. I'm really not a huge fan of the airburst rocket launcher, though I probably haven't given enough testing. Maybe if I gave it more of a chance, I would like it more, but it's a little bit too janky and risky for my taste. Let us. Yes. Oh. I did not see him at all. I thought he was a giant rock. I am blind. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. So what I am going to do is I'm going to throw a 380 right in the middle and a 120 towards the Bile Titan bug hole. Okay, that time I should also have seen him. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched. But that should do some good work for us. Sending down support weapon. Sending down equipment package. Because the explosive ordinances are actually pretty decent at closing bug holes. Not fantastic, but they're pretty decent compared to the napalm, which does not close bug holes unless it's like a direct hit right into the bug hole, which is like very difficult for it to land. That's why I'm kind of anti napalm barrage, is because it's really inflexible. Okay, it's that same. No, that was an alpha commander. Okay, I thought it was the same charger again. Okay, I might have been a little too cavalier. Wow, there's still a lot of stuff in here. Maybe I didn't spread out the 2 barrages enough. Might please. I think that did hit him. I just need to write out the resupply cooldown and not get blown up by that guy. Oh wow! I thought muscle enhancement would work on those the ice powers, but it doesn't. That's actually kind of tough. Okay. I hope you leave that well. That's fine, we got the additional reinforcements, so we're not at risk of mission failure anymore. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, this may have been unwise. Grab another. Alright, there we go. That was close. That was far. As in, I missed that by a fucking mile. That's fine. As long as he's fucking around up here, I can move back around and keep chipping away at this nest. Or not, because there's... Oh my goodness. Alright, 120, please buy me a little breathing room. See, that's one disadvantage of the gas dog compared to the gas grenade. The gas grenade you have a lot more, you know, control over. So if you're getting swarmed by oh, why did you knock me over? That was so unpleasant. The gas grenade, if you're getting chased, is really nice because you can just throw it behind you and then you're not getting chased anymore. Compared to the gas dog, sometimes it saves your life, sometimes it's off in the middle of nowhere trying to gas nothing. Well, not nothing, but things that are not presently threatening you. Yeah, that is so many heavies. And I am out of anti-tank. So I'm gonna have to do this. Really that many grenades? Okay, I think that one got him. Supplies are still on cooldown. I am regretting the 380 pick right at this moment. It's just ammo. Actually, that's ammo. That's what I need to kill these guys. Health is for losers anyway. Right on the chin. Suppress him a little bit. Oh, there's a hunter patrol. That's actually one of the worst things I could have run into, because a single hunter leap right now will send me into slamming my head into a rock. No, that was the gas that got me. I don't think I took any fall damage from that. Okay, let's retrieve our things. Oh, it's a Sief artillery, and I saw it, so now I can't pretend I didn't see it. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna burn this cooldown. Is that a sport tower or a sport charger? It's a sport charger. Oh, there's... Well, he attacked me at just the right time, when I was already stemmed. Okay, there's the spore nest. I think that bounced. No, it did not. Do that extremely quickly, because otherwise that's causing some big problems. Yeah, this is not a loadout that is good against heavies, and there are a lot of heavies in this particular seed. I'm really regretting not bringing something like a Quasar, but I wanted to switch it up and use something a bit different. But generally speaking, I think Quasar and Gas Grenade would have served me better on every seed that isn't Bile Spewers or Nursing Spewers. Reinforcements. But I don't have anything to deal with that Bile Titan. No, I do not give a shit about the common sample. Alright, Bile Titan is still confused. All the way over there. Gas Dog, please. Okay, you tried. Honestly, I'm gonna say fuck it to that, that C for artillery. I don't have the time, because I think I'm gonna be here for a while if I actually attempt it. Okay, I desperately need ammo. I know there is a bug breach, just even when you die sometimes it gets you. They've really changed how the Bile Titan spit works. Which is unfortunate because it's spawning 10 trillion in this game. Yeah, see, this is why I wasn't even the same zip code as that Bile Spear spit, or Bile Titan spit. That's kind of crazy. Now, this is also a problem. My shit is on cooldown. Yeah, it's so many Bile Titans. That bounced off the hunter. Oh goodness. Uh-oh. Is that a nest thing? Oh, that is a nest I missed. Okay. I guess I can loop around and do that while the barrages are doing their business. Oh no, fucking hunter! I still have no ultimatum ammo at any point ever. I feel like I'm seeing more Bile Titans I'm doing on this solo mission than I have in every co-op bug mission I've done in like months. It's an insane amount of Bile Titans. Back around and close the last bug hole. I need to let my stamina recharge. Okay. See, this right here is why I don't like light pen on bugs. imagine killing this many bile hive guards just with light pen. Like when it's one hive guard, sure, you can shoot the lambs and that works fine. But when there's over like 2 dozen like that, then suddenly it's not nearly as efficient. Alright, I have another reinforcement ready, but I'm getting the feeling that this is really... It's gonna be a really difficult extract. Alright, I took out his sack, so he won't be able to spit anymore. I'm missing all my shots on this guy. Ah, that was unfortunate.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Why would you pick up the deadeye that's almost out of ammo instead of the grenade launcher I desperately need? I need this ammo. Alright, this is never gonna happen if I don't do it right now. Get that guy with a thermite on the noggin. He missed that Bile Titan, but he dies anyway. God knows how. I really need the Dark Breath back. I'm not gonna get it back, I don't think. I hate to be that guy who throws the 380 on the extract and it bounces off the Bile Titan and goes in a really bad spot, but I think I don't have a choice. Okay, it's over.
Our heroes gave their last, but they
Yeah, so I'm not too happy with this build, if I'm being quite frank. As the charger carries me off into the sunset. But I think the foundation is good. I'm really regretting the pick of the grenade launcher, I think, and the 380. If I were to try this again, which I might in the future, I would probably pick the Eats over the grenade launcher, and either cluster bomb or orbital napalm over the 380. Because I don't think the 380 did all that much for me. Like when I went into the Mega Nest, it was still like crawling with enemies, and not that many bug holes had been closed, and that really screwed me over. So I had a very difficult time with that. See, but it's still 913 kills. That's not bad. 9 deaths is kind of crazy in solo, when you only have 5 reinforcements. But that was, you saw that was not an easy run. This was really sabotaged by how many heavies showed up, I think. And if there were less heavies, I would have had a much better time, but that's kind of the breaks. If you're in a solo loadout, or if you're doing a solo run, and you have one weakness in that loadout, Joel will personally find it, and then make sure you have a bad day. So, if you guys want to run this, definitely do the changes I made, or I suggested, instead of running it as is. Though as is, it's probably fine in teams, as long as you have other people with AT. In solos, it kind of didn't cut it for me, unfortunately. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have fun.